Don't we just love the spring vibes? Today I'm doing a pastel freestyle for my client. If you want to see how I designed her nails, then stay tuned.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it.
Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another 9 Lux Nails video. Today I am doing a pastel freestyle for my client. I did go ahead and go in with this soft pink acrylic that I mixed and created myself, and now I'm going in with some pastel colors from Beetle's brand, and I'm just going to do a variation of pastel French tips on each nail. Now on this nail, I am still using my pastel colors, but on this particular finger, I did want it to be an ombre. So instead of pulling out my airbrush gun, I'm just going to take my other color and feather it back and forth into that color while it's still wet. It is another method to do ombres that I do like to utilize, because sometimes being on a time crunch, you just have to use multiple techniques. So there's the importance of learning different things, because sometimes we can pull out the airbrush, but for this particular design, because I'm going to apply a chrome over it, it wasn't necessary. So I'm just feathering back and forth into those colors just to create an ombre, so that once I apply my chrome over it, it gives that corally effect. And on this finger, I'm still using my pastel colors, but I'm going to have the ombre going straight up and down. So on each finger, like I said, I'm going to use the pastel colors, but I want them all to flow and go in a different way, so that once I apply my chrome over it, it gives movement to the nails and just looks like ombres from different ways. I just like for my clients to look at their nails and always see something different. Okay, and now that I have gotten those nails cured, I'm going in with this transparent pearl chrome, and I'm just going to rub this over all of the Frenchies. That's why I didn't mind that my ombre wasn't perfect, because this pearl chrome is just going to blend those colors right together. And of course, I did the same technique on the other hand, but again, I did make sure that all of my nails were different, so there isn't one finger that resembles the other on each hand. Now, after removing the excess chrome from the nails, I'm just going to go in with my Kiara Sky No Wipe Top Coat, and I'm just going to cure over the nails so that we can apply a little raised 3D, because why not? And always remember to remove the excess clear from the sides, because we do not want these nails to swell or change their shape throughout the curing process, because I do like to work in layers. So now I'm just going in with my Beetles brand rhinestone glue. It is in a squeeze tube, and I find it much easier to do my 3D designs with using this squeeze tube instead of trying to scoop it out or brush it on. So I like to take the squeeze tube and just make a different 3D design on each finger, and none of them will be the same on any finger. So I'm just going to do a freestyle with the raised 3D design, and we will almost be completely finished with this set. So on this hand, I was trying to do multiple fingers at once, and that's why I like to go back and forth and do a finger and flash cure the other, because this rhinestone glue, while it does get the job done for the raised 3D design, it does spread really fast. So if you don't go ahead and cure, it will change shape. Now the two lines on the opposite finger, because they aren't curving or touching, they did sit still, but I was having a little trouble with this finger, and that's why I like to work in layers also, because I can just wipe this off. If I didn't go in and apply the Kiara Sky No Wipe Top Coat over the chrome, once I wiped that portion of the design off, I would have wiped the chrome off as well, and that is just a headache. So to save yourself time and to be able to flow creatively and freely, just protect yourself and do those extra unnecessary but necessary steps. So now I can continue to try to get this particular design done. I did go ahead and flash cure the opposite finger, and then I'm just gonna do the swirls on this finger and go ahead and get that cured in my LED light. So I'm going to finish doing the freestyling of the raised 3D design and get each of these fingers different, and then we'll go in and do our junk bling finger. So when I'm doing my junk bling nail, I do like to just gather up some of the charms that I feel like I'm going to use, just so I'm not searching for them in the process. So I did go ahead and gather some of the charms that I have that match the colors that I have created, and I'm just going to go in and apply them on this nail. I am using my 3D Extreme Diamond Gel. This is my all-time favorite to use underneath my bling, underneath anything that I want adhered to the nail and not move. So yes, I'm going in with my all-time favorite glue, and I'm just going to freestyle this junk nail. So as you can see, I went in first with my flowers and also some raindrops that have a pearl chrome effect to it, and I just put those all over the nail in no particular order. And now I'm filling in any of the gaps with my crystal AB rhinestones. I absolutely love these. They go with any gel polish, any color. No matter what you place beside them, it will reflect and show out of the nails, and I will have them linked below. So after doing this, that pretty much wraps up the set. So I'm going to let you finish watching me create this, and we'll be ready to show the finished look. Okay, after I finished this set, I did think they were really pretty, but I was like, okay, let's go a little bit further and add a little more creativity and dimension to these nails. So I'm just going in now with some more of the smaller flowers and also a little caviar bead. And on each of the fingers, I'm just going to apply a little flower and a caviar bead because it's spring. I didn't want these to just look like wet pearl nails. I did want to incorporate flowers for the springtime. So we still had a little time left in her appointment, and I wanted to utilize it, and she was down for extra charms, so we put extra flowers on each finger, and that was that last minute afterthought, and it actually tied the junk nail into the nails even more, and we love how it turned out. And here is the finished look for these nails. We absolutely love how pretty and pearly they look. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the end. And until the next one, you already know to follow my socials.